Hello, everyone. Welcome into the inaugural episode of Beacon Sports Talk, hosted by me, William Seacamp, and Kiave Strantz. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the University of Portland parting ways with head men's basketball coach Terry Porter and previewing the Super Bowl. So to start out, the University of Portland parted ways with Terry Porter yesterday after a 9-game losing streak, capped off by losing to BYU 60-105. Now the numbers are finally in on Terry Porter's era. He went 43-103 overall and 11-63 in league play with only one win in the past 2.5 years. Ben Johnson, his assistant coach, will take over as the interim head coach for the rest of the year, with 6 games left in the season. Ben Johnson's past stops have included, University of Wisconsin at Green Bay, Australia, and WSU, where he helped to recruit Aaron Baines and Klay Thompson. Kiave, what did you think of the decision to part ways with Terry Porter?
Well, it's always not a great sight to see coaches being let go and having coaching staffs rotate. But unfortunately, Coach Porter wasn't able to get the job done and get this Pilots team to the next level. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Coach Johnson can do to maybe give this young Pilots team a fresh start.
Yeah, definitely. It is a bit bittersweet because from all my interactions with Coach Porter, he was always the smartest person in the room. He always had the most basketball knowledge, more basketball knowledge in his fingertips than I have in my entire body. So he's clearly very smart, but he just wasn't able, like you said, to get the job done. So I'm also looking forward to seeing what happens with Coach Johnson and what happens in the future with the program.
The Super Bowl kicks off this Sunday with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs looking to defend their title against Tom Brady and the new-look Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It should be a high-powered showdown between two elite offenses, with Tom Brady coming off of a 40-touchdown passing season with many options. With Gronk, he has Mike Evans, Godwin, a studded backfield. He's ready to go. And on the other side, we have Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. You can't say anything about Mahomes. He has Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Le'Veon Bell, Hilaire, two studded offenses who are going to be able to throw down. On the defensive side of the ball, we have Tampa Bay with an elite pass rush. We have Levante David, Devin White, Barrett, and Ndamukong Suh. On the other side, we have Kansas City Chiefs, who don't have too many big names besides Tyrann Mathieu, but they've been able to get the job done and play well together in the playoffs, as it's shown in the past couple of years. William, what do you think about the Super Bowl?
I really think that the Chiefs are going to pull this one out of the bag. You'll never find a bigger Tom Brady fan than me. He's my favorite athlete of all time and, real inspiration to me. However, with that being said, I think Patrick Mahomes is the best football player that's ever walked this earth. I've never seen anyone throw the ball like him. And in their last matchup earlier this season, the Chiefs pulled it out of the bag 27-24. However, if you actually watch the game, it didn't feel that close. It was 17-0 in the first quarter, and in the fourth quarter, the Bucs scored 14 points to pull within 3 points. But I just don't see the Chiefs doing that again. I think Travis Kelce is the best tight end on the face of the planet. I think Tyreek Hill is the best wide receiver on the face of the planet, and I think they're gonna have a high-scoring game and beat the Bucs 35-28.
No, Will, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I'm going to say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win the first Super Bowl in NFL history in their own stadium. You have Tom Brady. You know the story. Tom Brady's left 20 years in New England, 6 Super Bowls. First year in Tampa Bay, takes his team to the Super Bowl. I think he's going to be getting that ring number 7. If you look at the defensive side of the ball, the Buccaneers are just loaded. And on Kansas City's O-line, they're missing a couple players, key players to be exact. And I just don't think they're going to be able to get the job done. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to have a good game spreading the ball out to Hill and Kelsey. But there's a man you forgot, and that's Gronk. I think playoff Gronk's going to be coming back in the building. And my prediction is Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31, Kansas City Chiefs 24.
Yeah, everyone's expecting Gronk to have one big play. And how great would it be just to big screw you to Bill Belichick after 20 years? Really ends that debate if it was more Belichick or Brady.
Question for you, Will. Let's say Tom Brady does win his 7th Super Bowl. What do you think's going to happen? You think it's a couple more years in the bag for him, or you think this is it?
Oh, he's definitely playing more. Most competitive athlete of all time. That man's never going to retire until he's at least 50.
definitely. And I think he has a couple more Super Bowls in his arsenal.
Hot take. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the inaugural episode of Beacon Sports Talk. We hope you join us back here next week, Sunday. And until then, have a great day.